Hello friends, welcome to Java Programming Video Tutorials series. In this video tutorial, I would like to discuss size of data types in Java. We understand how to find and print size of any data type in Java language. In the previous video tutorial, we understood that data type indicates type of data. Data type indicates type of data. Byte, short, int and long data types indicate integer type data, that is whole numbers without decimal point. Float and double data types indicate real type numbers containing decimal point. Char data type indicates a symbol enclosed in between pair of single quotations. Boolean data type indicates Boolean values true or false. Data type not only indicates type of data, it also indicates the amount of memory to be allocated for specific type of data. It also indicates how much memory should be allocated for specific type of data. We know that there are 8 primitive data types available in Java language. They are byte, short, int, long, float, double, char and boolean. For byte type data, computer allocates 1 byte memory location, that is 8 bits memory location guys. For short type data, computer allocates 2 bytes of memory location, that is 16 bits memory location. 1 byte equal to 8 bits, 2 bytes equal to 16 bits, 8 into 2 is 16. For int type data, computer allocates 4 bytes of memory location, that is 32 bits memory location guys. 8 into 4 is 32. For long type of data, computer allocates 8 bytes of memory location, that is 64 bits memory location. 8 into 8 is 64. For float type data, computer allocates 4 bytes of memory location, that is 32 bits memory location. 8 into 4 is 32. For double type data, computer allocates 8 bytes of memory location, that is 64 bits memory location. 8 into 8 is 64. For character type data, computer allocates 2 bytes of memory location, that is 16 bits memory location guys. 8 into 2 is 16. For boolean type data, computer allocates 1 bit memory location guys. Remember that byte is of 1 byte, short is of 2 bytes, int is of 4 bytes, long is of 8 bytes, float is of 4 bytes, double is of 8 bytes, char is of 2 bytes, boolean is of 1 bit guys. To find and print size of any primitive data type, we take help of its associated wrapper class. There is an associated wrapper class for each primitive data type guys. Inside each wrapper class, there is a static size property which returns the amount of memory being allocated for specific type of data in bits. Except boolean type, inside each wrapper class there is a size property which returns the amount of memory being allocated for specific type of data in bits. It returns 8, 16, 32, 64, 32, 64, 16, 1 guys. Let's go to NetBeans and understand everything clearly step by step with demo. We understand how to find and print size of any primitive data type using its associated wrapper class and size property. I minimize the word. I double click on NetBeans icon available at the desktop to launch the NetBeans IDE. You can see that NetBeans IDE is launched. I'm going to create one new project. I say File, New, Project. I say Java Application. Then I say Next. Then I give the project name, size of data types demo. I say Finish. You can see that size of data types demo project is open inside the projects panel and size of data types demo.java file is open. I am going to delete these comments. I delete this comment. I delete this comment. I delete this comment. I delete this comment. Inside the main method, I say system.out.println. In double quotations, I say hello world. What happens when we say run project guys? We know that the program execution begins at main method. system.out.println displays hello world in the output window and implicitly moves the cursor to the next line, then the program execution ends. I say run project. You can see that hello world is displayed in the output window. As we want to find and display size of each primitive data type, instead of saying here hello world, I say size of byte is equals to. This time, instead of displaying hello world, system.out.println displays size of byte is equal to, guys. I say run project. You can see that it has displayed size of byte is equal to. In front of size of byte is equal to, I want to display 8 bits because size of byte is 8 bits, guys. How do we display? I write here plus, then I take help of associated wrapper class byte, where B is capital. Inside the byte wrapper class, we have size property, which is a static property. It returns 8, you can see that. It returns an integer value 8. I hit enter. If I say run project, it displays size of byte is equal to 8. Let me explain how this expression is evaluated, guys. We have size of byte is equal to a string, and then we have byte.size, which is returning 8. We are using the plus operator, guys. Plus operator, if you use with numbers, it is going to behave like an addition operator. It performs addition of two numbers and returns the sum of two numbers, right? Whereas if you use the plus operator with strings, it is going to behave like an appending operator or concatenation operator or combination operator, we say, guys. What it does, implicitly it converts the right hand side 8 into a string 8, guys, and then it combines the left hand side string and right hand side string together and creates a new string saying size of byte is equal to 8. That is displayed by system.out.println in the output window. That's how the plus operator works, guys. So remember that what plus operator does, if it finds on the left hand side or on the right hand side a string, automatically it converts the other side value into a string, guys, and then it combines both left hand side and right hand side string together, creates a new string which is going to be the combination of left hand side and right hand side strings. Understood? I hope you guys have clearly understood. I am going to delete this. In front of 8, I want to display bits. So what I do, I say here plus, in double quotations, I say bits, guys. If I say run project, it displays size of byte is equal to 8 bits. So we are getting here 8 bits, guys. Let me explain how this expression is evaluated. Again, I paste here. Byte.size is returning 8 here, the integer 8. This plus operator is evaluated first. On the left hand side we have string, on the right hand side we have number. It is implicitly converted to string, and then left hand side string and right hand side string are combined. The new string is created saying size of byte is equal to 8, and then this plus operator is evaluated. On the left hand side we have string, on the right hand side we have string. They are combined together and the new string is created saying size of byte is equal to 8 bits. That is displayed by system.out.println in the output window, guys. I hope you guys have clearly understood. I am going to copy this line of code and paste down. Next we display size of short, which is 16 bits. I go back here. I say size of short is, I take help of the wrapper class here, short, where S is capital. Inside that we have size property. It returns 16, guys. I say run project. You can see that it has displayed size of short is 16 bits. Size of short is equal to 16 bits. I'm going to copy this line of code and paste down. Next we display size of int 32 bits. Here I say size of int is, we are going to take help of the wrapper class integer, guys. There is no int called wrapper class, there is an integer wrapper class. Inside that we have size property. It returns 32. I say run project. you can see that it has displayed size of int is equal to 32 bits. I'm going to copy this line of code and paste down. Next we have size of long 64 bits. Here I say size of long. We have an associated wrapper class called long, L-O-N-G, where L is capital. Inside that we have size property, it returns 64. I say run project. You can see that it has displayed size of long is 64 bit. Here I say L-O-N-G, long. I say run project. You can see that it has displayed size of long is 64 bits. I'm going to copy this line of code and paste down. Next we have float 32 bits. I say size of float is, I'm going to use the associated wrapper class float. Float.size returns 32. I say run project. You can see that it has displayed size of float is 32 bits. I am going to copy this line of code and paste down. Next we have double, which is 64 bits. Here I say size of double. Here we use double, where D is capital, it returns 64. I say run project. You can see that size of double is 64 bits is displayed. I am going to copy this line of code and paste down. Next we have char, which is of 16 bits. I say here size of char. Here we use the associated wrapper class called character. There is no char wrapper class, there is a character wrapper class. Inside that we have size property, it returns 16. I say run project. You can see that it has displayed size of char is 16 bits. Next we have boolean, which is 1 bit size. I am going to copy this line of code and paste down. Here I say size of boolean is equal to, there is a wrapper class called as boolean, guys, but inside boolean we don't have size property. So what we can do, simply we can write 1, and instead of bits I say here bit. Of course, if I say run project, it displays size of boolean is 1 bit. That is how we find and print size of each primitive data type available in Java language using associated wrapper class and size property, guys. I hope you guys have clearly understood. Here I say system.out.println semicolon. What this line of code does, it just adds one blank line. I say run project. You can see that it has added one blank line here. That's what system.out.println does. Next what I want is, I want to display size of each primitive data type in bytes. Instead of bits, I want to display in bytes, guys. So what I do, I am going to copy these lines of codes from here, paste. I want to display in bytes, so I just say here byte. I say here bytes, copy, paste, 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 and anyhow boolean will be 1 bit. Here byte.size is returning 8, guys. If I divide it by 8, we get 1, right? 8 divided by 8 is 1, guys. So what I have to do, I have to divide byte.size, short.size, each one by 8, guys. Byte is of 1 byte, right? So I say here divided by 8. Byte.size is returning 8. 8 divided by 8 will be equal to 1, guys. I divide this also by 8. Short.size is returning 16. If I divide it by 8, 16 divided by 8 is 2. Integer.size, I say here divided by 8. Integer.size is returning 32. If I say here divided by 8, it is going to be 4. And you can see that integer is of 4 bytes, short is of 2 bytes. Short is of 2 bytes, integer is of 4 bytes. Long.size divided by 8. Long.size returning 64. Divided by 8, definitely will get here 8. Float.size divided by 8. Float.size is returning 32. 32 divided by 8 is 4. 8 into 4 is 32, right? Double dot size divided by 8. Double dot size returning 64 divided by 8. Definitely we will get here 8. And you can see that double is of 8 bytes. So definitely we will get here 8 bytes. Character dot size divided by 8. Character dot size is 16 divided by 8. Definitely we will get here 2. If I say run the project, you can see that we have successfully displayed size of each primitive data type in bytes. Byte is 1 byte. You can see byte is of 1 byte. Short is of 2 bytes. You can see short is of 2 bytes. Int is of 4 bytes. You can see int is of 4 bytes. Long is of 8 bytes. You can see long is of 8 bytes. Float is of 4 bytes. You can see that float is of 4 bytes. Double is of 8 bytes. You can see that double is of 8 bytes. Char is of 2 bytes. You can see that char is of 2 bytes. Boolean is of 1 bit. Of course, Boolean is of 1 bit. I hope you guys have clearly understood how do we find and print size of each primitive data type available in the Java language using associated wrapper class and the size property. I suggest you people to watch this video again and again, understand everything clearly. Try this code yourself, experiment with more examples, and try to remember size of each data type in bits as well as bytes. In the upcoming video tutorials, we are going to discuss how do we display size of other data types available in Java language. I think for this video tutorial, this much is enough, friends. If you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends so that everyone will get benefited. For more benefits and be up to date, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.